Welcome to the Eric Avasar Show. It was supposed to be a blowout, but ended up being a thriller with Liverpool gutting out a 4-3 win over Red Bull Salzburg in the Champions League today. It was the first home match at Anfield for the Reds since that unforgettable comeback win against Barcelona last May. The Reds blew a 3-goal lead in the second half, so of course there was the wake-up call of the defense having to get it together. You should never give up 3 goals, especially at Anfield. But on the more than bright side, the front three regained its mojo today. Mo Salah, Sadio Mane, and Bobby Firmino, the three of them together, poetry in motion. Particularly on the first goal, that 1-2 between the birthday boy, Bobby Firmino, and Sadio was just superb. The fans erupted with that European roar that Liverpool fans have grown so accustomed to hearing, and that really set the stage for a phenomenal first half. Andy Robertson scored his first ever Champions League goal for the Reds, giving Trent Alexander-Arnold a notch to his tally in the assist competition. But Andy's celebration really said it all. It was just a fantastic goal. It was the type of run you would see from an instinctive striker or attacking midfielder into the box. But seeing Robbo score, just as thrilling, if not better, than seeing him pull off one of his signature assists. But back to the front three. Bobby Firmino, the number 9, it's not that he'll score every time, it's that he'll set up a goal every time. He assisted Sadio and Salah today, and he was the man of the match. You can't say enough about how irreplaceable Bobby Firmino truly is. It's so hard to find a striker who is as unselfish, as talented, and as intense when it comes to defending as Firmino is. I mean, there's really no one you can really compare to him at this point in time. Mane made so many destructive, fantastic runs down the left flank, and the same can be said for when he cut inside as well. Salah's match-winning goal was so decisive. It was a terrific finish, and it really saved the Reds from calamity. It would have been a disaster to see Liverpool come away with only 1 point in the first 2 games of the Champions League, especially as the reigning champs. Now, defensively, Virgil van Dijk and Joe Gomez were both not on top of their A games today. Especially Gomez. I mean, look, he made some amazing tackles, terrific interceptions. He read a lot of the play really well, but he was also caught out quite a bit. Hwang Hee-chan absolutely toasted and roasted Van Dijk today. He put him on his back. He scored a sensational goal to open the account for the visitors, and it was Van Dijk getting burnt in a way I'd never seen him before in a Liverpool shirt. Now, that happened because he was left in such a difficult situation due to the events leading up in that attack. It was proof that Van Dijk is actually human. Still the best footballer in the world, but it'll be a nice wake-up call for him, and you better believe he will be on top of his game for Leicester City this weekend. It was tough to see Matip out of the lineup in that sense. Gomez still did his job for the most part, although he, like I said, not a good game, not a bad game from him, but they really did their jobs enough to have Robertson and Alexander-Arnold attack down the flanks, which was more crucial than usual because Henderson and Wijnaldum were not playing their best football either. So while this might sound like exaggerating, I think Red Bull Salzburg would compete for a top 6 spot in the Premier League. I mean, how many teams can come back 3 goals down at Anfield? They have some sensational attackers, not just Hwang Hee-chan. You know, Takumi Minamino, he scored a great goal of his own, and it seemed like the whole attack ran through him. He is a phenomenal footballer, incredible technical ability, explosive athlete. It's only a matter of time before he plays for an elite European side. The same can be said, of course, for Erling Haaland, at risk, of course, of mispronouncing his name. Haaland is a teenage striker who has scored either 17 or 18 goals in just 10 games leading up to this match. So it was no surprise to see him come off the bench and score, even though he was battling an illness of his own. Who knows how much more difficult this match would have been if he was 100% fit. So perhaps the Reds were guilty of looking ahead to Leicester today. After all, they only have 2 full days to rest, brutal schedule, and you better believe that the majority of this starting 11 is going to play this weekend. It's going to be the Reds emptying the tank one more time before the international break. Thank you so much for tuning in, and please subscribe to my channel.